Next Saturday, April 4th. 5 acres of sheds on display, better quality than the box store, and save 10% on the shed price. Go online to reedsferry.com, order your shed this week, and save 10% during the Reed's Ferry Spring Sale.
Call 888-85-SHEDS.
10% off a Reed's Ferry shed. You got a good one.
At Kiley Law Group, we recovered $6.7 million for a woman who suffered a brain injury due to a doctor's negligence. If you've been seriously injured, find out how we can help you. Discover the Kiley Law difference.
The new host of The Late Late Show debuted right here on CBS overnight, and in his first skit, James Corden had a humorous take on how he got his job.
We'll do it the way we've always done it.
Now this sketch, complete with the Oompa Loompas, showed CBS launching a golden ticket contest to find a new host. Simon Cowell, Billy Crystal, Katie Couric, Chris Rock, Meryl Streep, Jay Leno, just some of the big names who came up empty. But when Chelsea Handler dropped her chocolate bar, James Corden was there to pick it up, and hence he became the new host. Glad he can laugh at himself. His first guests included Tom Hanks and Mila Kunis. Now, on the show, Kunis seemed to confirm that she and Ashton Kutcher are indeed married. You can see James Corden and The Late Late Show right here on WBZ every weeknight, starting at 12:37. Got to be up really late.
I heard they weren't. I heard they weren't married. So it's back and forth.
Well, he seemed to get it out of her, you know. Good host, off to a great start.
Absolutely.
Stay with us. Your top stories, weather and traffic. All right ahead here on WBZ. The news at 5 starts now. Now on WBZ this morning, there's an expected change of plea in connection to the marathon bombing trial.
And you guessed it, it's another cold start this morning. Temperatures in the teens and lower 20s, but a warm-up on the way.
Could the eccentric millionaire arrested for murder be a suspect in a cold case disappearance in Vermont? Plus, why today marks a milestone in the state's push for casino gambling.
From the Channel 4 studios in Boston, this is WBZ This Morning.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us. Tuesday, March 24th, WBZ This Morning. Glad to be with you. Tuesday is not my favorite day of the week.
I feel like a lot of people, Monday you're just getting back into the swing of things, and then Tuesday you're tired for Monday. But
so when the weather is bad on Tuesday, it's especially brutal.
It's not going to be as cold as it was yesterday. Good. So we're making some improvements here. Not as baby steps either. Yeah, little baby steps for sure. Good morning, everybody. 20 in Boston right now. Live lookout over the city of Boston, where it is a quiet start out there, but it's another cold start. We're in the teens for most of us, particularly in the Metro West, back north of town. 17 in Lawrence. We're 15 degrees in Nashville and Worcester right now, lower 20s from Taunton back down to the Cape and Islands this morning. Again, the wind not as strong, and that does make a difference. It's sustained between about 5 and 10 miles per hour. Just a bit of a breeze, making it feel a little colder in spots. 4 degrees, what it feels like in Worcester right now. It's not the negative wind chill readings like we had at this time yesterday. Satellite and radar quiet too, at least the radar scope. Satellite does show some middle and high altitude clouds coming back along the south coast. A few lower clouds too from the far south shore to the Cape. That's about it though today. Teens this morning for the kids at the bus stop. Chilly again, sunrise at 6:41. We come into the 20s to around 30 by lunchtime with a blend of sun and clouds. The wind fairly light will turn calm late in the day. 36 for the ride home. Quiet and calm sunset at 7:01, so just after 7 p.m. now. Warm up on the way. We'll talk about that and some wet weather as well. But first, traffic and weather together. Good morning, Roby.
Good morning, Danielle. Make sure to leave time to warm up the car this morning out there, folks. Hopefully you don't have to say that many more of the times this month. Quiet out there as expected. Quick check of the south map. Free and easy on the expressway north. Lots of green on Route 3 north and 24 north. 95 and 128 look like speed limit rides. Taking a look at the trip from the north with a live look over 93 in Somerville. 93 south looks great heading down from Andover. Route 3 south, Route 1 south, problem free. No issues reported on 495. Bree?
All right, thanks, Roby. Breaking news right now in Braintree. Fire at a building on Commercial Street. This video just into WBZ. The building houses a pizza shop and a bar. It's a smoky scene at the moment right now. Police say they are diverting traffic around the area, but again, that fire on Commercial Street in Braintree, we will keep you updated here on WBZ this morning. The Boston Marathon bombing trial tops our news this morning. A friend of Jahar Tsarnaev is expected to make a plea deal today, and a terrorism expert focuses on the extremist literature found on his computer. Nicole Jacobs is live at the federal courthouse in South Boston. Nicole?
Well, Bree, the government is slowly winding down its case against Jahar Tsarnaev, but there's still a question as to whether or not some of his friends who've already been convicted for lying to investigators and throwing out some of Jahar's belongings, whether or not they will testify against him in exchange for a lighter sentence. In the meantime, his friend and his brother's friend from Quincy, that taxi driver, Harulazan Matanov, is expected to plead guilty today. He is the friend who is also charged with lying to investigators. This as the jury in the marathon bombing trial is positioned for day 12 of testimony.
The content is anti-American and pro-jihadi, and it is material investigators found on Jahar Tsarnaev's computers, hard drives, and other electronics. Dr. Matthew Levitt, a counterterrorism expert, explained to the jury Monday that these materials are sometimes used as a platform for doing violent harm against Americans. Line by line, the doctor analyzed the alleged confessions Tsarnaev wrote on the boat panel, pointing out similarities and at times verbatim quotes from al-Qaeda-based and sponsored publications such as Inspire magazine. The court also heard audio excerpts found on Tsarnaev's hard drives. These are known as nasheeds, or musical prayers. It's the voice of Sheikh Anwar al-Awlaki. At the basis of the content, the electronics upon which they were stored. FBI agent Kevin Swindon, the first witness to see an aggressive defense team, outlined some of the materials, like instructions on how to make a bomb in the kitchen of your mom. But out of 500,000 electronic files, Swindon admitted to the court the challenges of determining exactly who used the shared devices that housed the content, from his older brother's wife to homework assignments from friends.
So the trial is really slowing down a bit now because we are seeing the defense team really take an aggressive approach in cross-examination. It will be very interesting to see once the government winds down its case, wraps its case, how the defense takes over, whether or not they will even present a case, because of course they have already said their client is guilty. We're live in Boston. Nicole Jacobs, WBZ This Morning.
All right, thank you very much, Nicole. And as that trial moves forward, a new poll finds most Boston residents believe Tsarnaev should be sentenced to life in prison rather than the death penalty if he's convicted. WBUR polled 229 registered voters and found 62% said Tsarnaev should receive life in prison, while 27% thought he should get the death penalty. Right now, Methuen police searching for a would-be thief. Surveillance video shows a man walking up to the People's United Bank on Jackson Street. This happened last month, but police just released that video. The suspect you can see here trying to break into one of the ATMs with a hammer. He didn't get any money, but he did cause some damage. If you have any information, you're asked to call Methuen police. Developing news now in the Robert Durst investigation. This morning, we're learning there might be a New England connection. Police in Vermont are re-examining the 1971 disappearance of a Middlebury College student. 18-year-old Lynn Schultz vanished at the same time Robert Durst operated a health food store in Middlebury. The FBI is assisting local police there.
I mean, I know that we are doing a number of things in different field offices to run down leads. I mean, that is one of the powers of the FBI. We're everywhere in the United States. So if local partners need help with a homicide investigation or something else, they will frequently ask us to run out that lead.
Middlebury police tell WBZ, quote, "We are aware of the connection between Robert Durst and the disappearance of Lynn Schultz. We have been aware of this connection for several years and have been working with various outside agencies as we follow the lead." Now to Boston's bid for the 2024 Olympics, protecting the taxpayers' money. The state is taking steps to ensure that bringing the Olympics to Boston will not be a financial catastrophe. WBZ's Susie Steimel is live now at the State House with details on this one. Susie?
Good morning, Bree. We're on Beacon Hill this morning, and this is where lawmakers met last night to discuss putting an extra step of protection between the public and the group Boston 2024. They want to hire a consultant to make sure that the taxpayer isn't on the hook for any funding of the potential summer 2024 Olympics. Meanwhile, the group Boston 2024 is saying they don't want to go forward with this proposal unless the public is willing to back it. Money and the Olympics, two topics set to collide tonight. The group Boston 2024 will update the public Tuesday evening on its bid for the 2024 Summer Olympics. This comes one day after leaders on Beacon Hill announced they want their own consultant to analyze the bid.
I mean, I think having somebody who can work with us to really develop a solid analysis around, what the sources for funding are going to look like, what the likelihood of those being there, and when they'll be there.
The concern is that taxpayers will end up saddled with an Olympic-sized debt, despite promises from Boston 2024 that the Games won't require any taxpayer funding.
I think this is going to be helpful to us as we represent the interests of the Commonwealth.
Mayor Marty Walsh agrees and wants Boston to consider a consultant, too.
I think it's a great idea, and I actually think the city of Boston should look at the same thing.
Also on Monday, Boston 2024 took out full-page newspaper ads promising, quote, multiple layers of insurance against public risk and to drop the plan if, quote, majority support for it doesn't materialize. A new poll shows that 36% of Bostonians support the idea of the Olympics coming to this city in 2024, while only it's 52% actually that oppose it. The group Boston 2024 will hold a public meeting tonight in Dartmouth. It's at UMass Dartmouth's main auditorium, and that's at 6:30. Live in Boston, Susie Steimel, WBZ This Morning.
All right, thank you, Susie. A threat against President Obama's niece leads to extra security at a college basketball game. A woman left an 8-minute-long voicemail claiming a man with a gun was targeting Leslie Robinson. She's a freshman on the Princeton team playing Maryland in the NCAA tournament last night. President Obama watched his niece play on Saturday but wasn't at the game last night. Robinson wasn't told about the threat before the game, but her coach was.
College Park Police, I'm sure, have that under control. Leslie's safe. She's in my locker room. No one loves her like I do. And she's an important part of our team. So keep the freaks out of the gym.
Undercover officers were added near the Princeton bench. The Secret Service was already at the game because 2 Supreme Court justices were in the stands. Princeton did lose that game. Today, MGM breaks ground on an $800 million casino in Springfield, the state's first full resort casino. This morning's ceremony, largely symbolic though, the casino still needs approval to demolish a historic school building before it begins the first phase of construction. When it's completed, the casino complex will have 3,000 slot machines, 75 table games, a 250-room hotel, a bowling alley, and a movie theater. The casino is set to open in 2017. His music brought joy to millions, but now a rock legend is accused of hitting a runner with his car. We'll explain. It wasn't the shot heard round the world, but it's the Globetrotters shot you certainly don't want to miss. Roby?
There's huge interest in the Tsarnaev trial, even without cameras in the courtroom. Imagine if it was like the Aaron Hernandez case, seeing all the action live. Should cameras be allowed in federal court, too? We want to hear from you. It's our Daily Talker. Danielle?
Roby, it's another chilly start out there. Temperatures in the teens and 20s, but not as windy as it was yesterday. We come up into the upper 30s. I think you're going to like 50s later on this week. We'll talk all about it. Your forecast is coming up.
The Bach Honda Dream Garage sales event is going on now at one of our 2 great locations, Bach Honda on the Auto Mile, Route 1 in Norwood, or Bach Honda West on Littleton Road in Westford, Mass. Drive home a brand new Honda Accord for just $79 per month. That's right, lease a brand new Honda Accord for just $79 per month. 2 great Bach Honda locations, 1 legendary low Bach Honda price.
At Workers Credit Union, we like doing what's right for our members. That's why this year, our annual Give Back program gave members over $2.5 million. And that seemed to go over pretty well.
I was actually shocked. It was quite substantial.
Definitely surprising and very nice. It's kind of extra money that you didn't think you had.
And I appreciate the money. Thank you, workers.
Workers Credit Union, home of the Give Back program. The more you bank with us, the more you get back.
I know you're busy walking your business. Oh, see what I did there? Walking your business instead of running your business? Hilarious. Or maybe not. Because with slow DSL from the phone company, you're just walking your business.
Call 1-800-446-4400 for Deluxe 50 megabits per second internet and Wi-Fi for just $89.95 per month. Deluxe 50 internet is reliably fast. Even during peak usage hours, downloads download faster, uploads upload faster, backups back up faster. Call now. Don't miss this limited time offer.
Okay, now you're running, so you need Wi-Fi that can keep up.
You'll also get the fastest Wi-Fi for increased productivity away from your desk, so everybody connects fast from everywhere in your workplace. Plus, we install and maintain it. There's no equipment to buy.
And now's when you might want to run over to the phone.
Get Deluxe 50 Internet, just $89.95 per month. Includes 30-day money-back guarantee. Call 1-800-446-4400 now.
He paid for you.
It's a German luxury sedan, but it's still an Audi. The Audi A4 Performance Sedan. Experience the Spring of Audi sales event today and get exceptional values on the Audi you've always wanted.
Welcome back, America's global basketball ambassadors. Is there anything that the Globetrotters do that isn't really cool? You know, it's awesome. Check it out. They're trying to make a little hoop history in Boston, a city full of history. Take a look.
This is the actual place where they had the Boston Tea Party. And instead of throwing tea in the water, we're going to throw some Harlem Globetrotter basketballs in the hoop.
How do they do that? Amazing. That was Sweet J, the 12th woman to ever play for the Globetrotters, making that trick shot from the deck of the Brig Beaver at the Boston Tea Party Ships and Museum. She was being cheered along by the 5th graders from the Elliott School. Today, the Trotters will be making trick shots at the USS Constitution. Love to see that as well. They'll be at the Garden on Saturday, by the way, for anybody who wants to see it. You think you could make the shot, Ruby?
They made 2 if by sea right there. They made 3, actually.
That is impressive.
Ooh,
I can't make it from, here to the camera.
I'm pretty good at Nerf basketball.
Okay. Nerf basketball.
We should get a hoop back in the traffic and weather center.
So you guys in between.
Yeah, play a little horse.
Ball. Yeah.
Perfect. Get us going every morning.
You know, I think the temperatures in the 50s are getting people excited for the middle part of the week. It's not going to come with bright sunshine, but we'll take it. Every little, chance we can get to warm up here. It's another quiet start, but we're making progress, you guys. Look at the temperature milestones here. In just a few days, our average high temperature is 50 degrees in Boston. In just another month, it'll be 60. May 26th, that average temperature in Boston jumps up to 70. And by June 29th, just 97 days away, right? 80 degrees will be our average high temperature. So, yes, there are kind of some milestones to come. It still feels like winter right now, but there are some improvements. 20 in Boston, teens in the suburbs. A chilly start, but not as windy as yesterday. In fact, that wind is calm in a few spots, and for most of us is less than 10 miles per hour. So it will add a little bit of a chill at times, but overall the wind will be much lighter, and temperatures will be a few degrees above where we were yesterday. 10 degrees of wind chill in Boston right now, 4 degrees in Worcester. Satellite and radar pretty quiet. I should say the radar is quiet. Satellite shows some middle and high altitude clouds coming in, particularly along the south coast. Back over to the Cape and Islands as well. These clouds will be a little bit stubborn on the Cape and Islands today. At times, sunshine in between. We get some snow pushing through the mid-Atlantic. It's generally light. We don't have to worry about that. In fact, high pressure is going to be building in today, cresting overhead tonight and tomorrow. So that means quiet weather today, clear skies tonight. Tomorrow we start with sunshine. We get some late day clouds that move in by the evening, and there may be a couple of rain showers that may mix with a few wet snowflakes. Route 2 corridor, southern New Hampshire, maybe a coating here or there that gets washed away. Thursday morning, here comes that warm front. So clouds, breaks of sunshine, a wind coming in from from the south. A lot of times when we start to get this mild air to come in over the cold snowpack, we get some fog too. So I am expecting some pockets of fog and some scattered showers. So have the umbrella with you on Thursday. It is not going to rain the entire day, but there is a threat for a shower or downpour pretty much at any point. By the evening, here comes that cold front, and notice there will be some downpours. Even an isolated rumble of thunder can't be ruled out as we head into late Thursday evening and night. Behind it, cooler air is going to move in as we head into the end of the week and the start of the weekend. So today, sun, a few clouds, chilly, upper 30s, about 10 degrees below where we should be. Not as cold as yesterday. Clear and quiet tonight. Upper teens in the coldest suburbs, 25 with a calm wind. Tomorrow, high temperatures climb into the mid-40s, which is actually pretty normal for this time of the year. 57, though, by Thursday. Wet at times, though. Some lingering showers early on Friday morning, then gradually turning colder heading into the weekend. But it does look quiet as we head into Saturday and Sunday, back into the 40s. Sunday and into Monday, traffic and weather together, Roby.
You have way cooler gadgets than I do, you know.
Are you noticing the new computer that we set up?
What if I push that button right there?
I would not do that.
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
Oh, it says ejector seat.
I know. Uh-oh.
Is that for Bree? No, I'm just kidding. You can stay right where you are. All right, last time we showed you how quiet it is to the north and south, Danielle. Let's take a quick check of the ride from the west. With a live look at the Mass Pike in Brighton, other than those ongoing right lane closures because of construction, all clear heading into the city right now, in and out both directions. Very light volume right now. Things look good eastbound out in the Framingham stretch too. Just checked Route 2. That looks clear. So does Route 9 heading into town. Bree?
Pretty sure that button said only in case of emergency, Roby. All right, now back to the news. The legendary rocker is accused of hitting a man with his car. The California Highway Patrol says Dave Crosby hit a jogger Sunday night. The victim was thrown into the air and was then flown to a hospital with multiple fractures. That jogger is expected to recover, but police say Crosby was not impaired or intoxicated at the time of the accident. Crosby told police he did not see the jogger because of the sun. There was travel trouble in Delaware. A Frontier Airline jet delayed for a day after getting stuck in the mud. Really. The Delaware Air National Guard was called in to move the plane from the ground. The plane slogged to a stop after the pilot veered off course from the concrete surface to a patch of grass. Both the nose gear and right main gear sank. 105 passengers and 5 crew members were on board. Fortunately, no one was injured. Now let's turn to today's Daily Talker. Talking about cameras in the courtroom, or a lack thereof. Roby here to explain. Roby?
Bree, there's a lot of interest in the Tsarnaev trial right now, but television viewers are not allowed to see what's going on inside of federal court because no cameras are allowed. There are efforts underway to change that, but not everyone is on board right now. Now, this is what you're used to seeing during federal court proceedings for Johar Tsarnaev, rendering from a sketch artist. Later in the day, photographs, even videotapes that have been used as evidence are released to the media. Reporters, like our own Jim Armstrong, provide real-time updates via Twitter on the testimony, but no cameras. Federal court law prohibits it. Now, some say this protects privacy of witnesses and jurors. It safeguards the integrity of the judicial system. And a number of bills, though, have been filed in Congress to change that. Supporters of cameras in court say the public should be able to see what's going on, in part because, hey, it's our tax dollars paying for the prosecution. They also point out that state courts already have it, like in the Hernandez trial, so why not the feds? So let us know what you think about this one. You can comment on our Daily Talker in a number of ways. Let us know what you think at cbsboston.com. You can hit us up on Twitter. Make sure you use the hashtag WBZ-Talker, or jump on our Facebook page as well.
I love this talker because I just think it's such an important topic. Really, I mean, you can't, transparency in government is so crucial. You know, it just blows my mind. They have the technology to really hook right up to the Moakley Courthouse and let everybody see what's going on.
Yeah, people want to see the way our government prosecutes a case, especially such a high-profile case like this with the Tsarnaev one. So many people in Boston went through this tragedy, and they want to follow it through now.
And even if you're a defendant, you want the world to see it so that you know it's a fair trial. They can't do anything if it's, you know, open to the public.
I think it's going to happen at some point.
Yeah, hope so. All right, still to come, the Celtics get back on track in Brooklyn. Also ahead, the new look the Bruins will be sporting after tonight. And a new health scare for Angelina Jolie, a preventative surgery the actress decided to have. Big thanks to to the third graders at Forestdale Elementary School in Malden. You can send us a video and help Boston wake up. Upload your morning message videos at cbsboston.com/morningmessage.
When WBZ says get closer, what do we mean? We mean on-the-court close, in-your-face March Madness kind of close. Field level with the players, Dan's the man kind of close.
Right on, right on.
We're talking in the huddle, defending champs, Steve breaking news kind of close.
Patriots have reached an agreement with their captain.
You want to talk defending champs? How about watching this guy make history kind of close?
Meb Keflezighi will return to Boston to defend his marathon title.
Yeah, that close. For everything you need, love, and want in Boston sports, WBZ, get closer.
People of the coffee-drinking world, Dunkin' has a dark roast coffee that's deliciously roasted just right for a bold start and smooth finish that's never bitter. Put down the dark roast you've been putting up with and reach for the one you deserve. America runs on Dunkin'.
The Volkswagen Jetta is really fun to drive. Go for it.
Okay. Wow. Woo! I'm dreaming. Pinch me.
No, not while you're driving. And right now, you can get a $1,000 Volkswagen credit bonus on Jetta models.
Seriously, pinch me.
It's not a dream.
Ow.
It's the Volkswagen Stop Dreaming, Start Driving event. Stop dreaming and test drive one today. Hurry in and lease a 2015 Jetta S for just $159 a month, including a $1,000 Volkswagen credit bonus.
Chase Freedom. The card is for the essentials. The cash back is for the fun. Chase, so you can.
The record-breaking, multi-platinum selling trio of classical singers from Northern Ireland, The Priests, are coming to the Hanover Theatre in Worcester on March 27th. For tickets, call 877-571-SHOW or visit thehanovertheatre.org.
Spring finds you, that is, if spring can find you, a Subaru with symmetrical all-wheel drive can help you enjoy it. Get ready for spring and a brand new Subaru Forester, well equipped for only $22,195. Get a great deal and go love spring.
For your next project, visit the103advantage.com. Well, good morning, everyone. Celtics, they got it done last night. They snapped their three-game losing streak. They beat the Nets in Brooklyn. They are, for the moment, in the 8th and final playoff spot. Celtics had 6 players in double figures as they handled the Nets on the road. Evan Turner had a triple-double. 10 boards, 12 assists, 19 points, including the nice behind-the-back take to the rack. They put the C's up 30-28 in the second quarter. Fourth quarter, C's looking to close it out. It's Avery Bradley with the big 2-point dagger. Team high 20 points for AB. That made it 101-89 Celtics. So go on to blow out the Nets, 110-91. C's moved back into the 8th playoff spot in the East. Fourth to football. The NFL owners' meetings got underway yesterday in Phoenix, Arizona. This is a time for teams to discuss different league